Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Eunice Talks coming your way this afternoon. It's my pleasure. It's been a while, and all because I've been on vacation. But let me quickly drop something that's been bothering me, or would I say that's trending, and that's about this incident that happened with the Ibom Air in Nigeria with the young lady, Miss Comfort, and the hair hostess. What is my take on it? My take: learn how to read your room. Learn how to read your room. If you're a person and you go into a place, or you're taking a transportation, you're just going into a place where people are, learn how to read your room. Reading your room is not only for security reasons, it also makes you prepared for the reactions or the actions of people towards you and how you react. If you read your room, you know where you're liked, you know where you're being just tolerated, you know where you're not being wanted. So when you're able to read your room, you know how to react to confrontations or insults, let me put it that way, or when somebody's trying to be not being polite to you. So the ability to be able to read your room helps you as a human being to comport yourself properly. If Miss Comfort had read her room properly, she would have noticed that probably the hair hostess has something against her, or is being irritated, probably with her look, the way she sits, or the way she is. Innocently, she may not know that, but that could be the case. That's why it's very important as a human being, we're all going to learn from what happened. It's not just everybody having their own views or notations or quotations, let me put it that way, about what happened, but what can you take out of what happened that day on the aircraft is to know how to read your room. When you read your room, you foretell things that could happen, and when they happen, you're able to protect yourself. Miss Comfort today has a lot of scars to go away with, but I'm happy the issue has been resolved. That's what we read today. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I read, that the ban has been lifted and that the sanctions are being worked on and the case will be revisited. But she has got scars. Her nude has been exposed. She's a young lady. As a mother to a young lady, I just know the trauma she may be going through. As a woman to a woman, these scars will never go away. Those scars could have been forestalled. If she had read her room and she realized that the security men were on ground, she would have just walked honorably to them and explained her stand. There are triggers. Let's not rule that out. Most people who were on the aircraft with her said she was triggered. Her phone was smashed on the ground. She was being spoken to rudely after having paid so much to fly. You know, you want to be treated like a civilized person. That's what flying is all about. When you go into an aircraft, you want to be addressed in a civilized manner. You know, that's why I say the airlines, they tend to employ beautiful, well-spoken, exposed men and women to be their air hostesses and hosts. That is the norm. So those triggers, being spoken to rudely and her phone being smashed on the floor or whatever, could have triggered a person for her to react aggressively. But I'm not trying to make excuses for her actions. That's what I'm saying. As a lady, you should be able to read your room. Miss Comfort, this is to you and to every other person who will learn from this incident. If you have seen one of my videos where I said 90 to 10, 90 to 10, go look for that video. 90 to 10 principle. Let 10 be the reaction to your 90, whatever. It helps you process things that may happen to you and how you react to them. So those triggers led to a mental meltdown. If you're in the health sector, you deal with people who have mental problems, you will understand that at the point where her nude was being videoed and exposed, it finish anybody. At that point, you are no longer mentally fit to be in control of your actions. At that point, she had a meltdown, and I believe that's what led to her seeing everybody as being against her. That shouldn't have happened. Let me come quickly to the air hostess. I'm so surprised. Looking at the air hostess, you'll see she's more elderly than the Miss Comfort, and she should have been in the position to be able to talk to somebody who is proving stubborn or not compliant. And if you as a person, that's how we were taught, if you're in customer service or you're dealing with people, if you cannot get the person to do what you